Hello, friends. Today we will talk about something that probably worries each of us about comparison. Have you ever looked at the successes of others and thought, why do they succeed and I don't? Or maybe you felt that your achievements are insignificant compared to those who seem to live a perfect life. Do you know what is the most interesting thing? This feeling never gives us anything good. On the contrary, it takes away our joy, our faith in ourselves, and even our dreams. But today, I want to show you how to get out of this vicious circle, how to stop comparing yourself to others and start living your own life. In this video, I will tell you a story that changed my life, share practical advice that has helped me and thousands of other people, and, most importantly, teach you how to find your uniqueness. So, if you are ready to take the first step towards freedom from comparisons, watch until the end. This could be the most important video of your life. Imagine two plants. One is a huge oak tree, and the other is a delicate magnolia. An oak tree takes years to grow, while a magnolia blooms in just a few months. Can anyone say that one is better than the other? Number, because every plant has its time, its beauty, and its mission. And so do we. But why do we so often forget this? Why do we compare ourselves to others as if our lives are a competition? The answer is simple. We live in a world where we are constantly surrounded by perfect social media pictures, success stories, and examples of the perfect life. And we start to think that if we don't meet these standards, then there must be something wrong with us. But let's stop for a moment and think. Who created these standards? Who said that success is only about big money, millions of followers, or the perfect family? In reality, success is what you define for yourself. And that is why comparing yourself to others is the biggest mistake we can make. Let me tell you a story that I hope will make you think and maybe even change your perspective on life. This is the story of a friend of mine who I have known for over 10 years. Let's call him Oleg. Oleg was always what they call average. At school, he was not an excellent student, but he was not an outsider either. He simply existed in his own rhythm, not standing out in anything special. After school, he entered a regular university for a regular specialty, which he chose not because he liked it, but because his parents advised him to. After graduating from university, Oleg got a job in a small company. His salary was average, career prospects were vague, but he did not complain. He simply lived like millions of other people. He worked, came home, watched TV series, and sometimes met with friends. But one day, something happened that made him think. At a reunion of graduates, he saw his former classmates talking about their achievements. Someone opened their own business. Someone works abroad. Someone became famous in their field. And Oleg sat and thought, what have I done with my life? Why haven't I achieved anything? This reunion was a real blow for him. He began to compare himself with others, and every time he felt that he was worthless. He even began to avoid meeting his friends because he didn't want to feel worse than them. But one day he stopped and thought, why am I even comparing myself to them? What if my path is simply different? What if I haven't found what brings me joy yet? Oleg decided to change his life. He began to look for something he liked. At first it was difficult because he was used to living by other people's rules, but he didn't give up. He tried different hobbies, drawing, dancing, even programming courses. But nothing brought him joy. One day he picked up a camera. It was his father's old camera, which had been lying idle for a long time. Oleg began to photograph everything he saw: streets, people, nature. And suddenly he felt something unusual. He felt that he had found something that brings him joy. From that day on, Oleg began to engage in photography. At first it was just a hobby, but later he began to receive orders. His work began to be noticed, and he began to work with famous brands. Now, Oleg is a famous photographer who travels the world and takes incredible pictures. When I asked him what helped him find himself, he said, "I realized that my success is not what I have, but what I feel. I am happy because I do what I love. And I no longer compare myself to others because everyone follows their own path." What can we learn from this story? Your path is unique. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your life is your story, and only you can define what success is for you. It's never too late to find yourself. Oleg was in his 30s when he found his passion, but that didn't stop him from becoming successful. Comparison is the enemy of happiness. When you compare yourself to others, you always lose. Instead, focus on yourself and your goals. Why do comparisons destroy us? When we compare ourselves to others, we always lose. Why? Because we only see the tip of the iceberg. We see someone buying a new car, but we don't see how much credit they took out. We see someone posting a photo from their vacation in the Maldives, but we don't see that they worked nonstop for years to earn money for that trip. Comparison is a game in which there are no winners, because even if you achieve what someone else has, you will find someone who has more. And it will always be like that. The psychological aspect of comparison with others triggers a mechanism in our heads that psychologists call social comparison. This mechanism works like this. We evaluate ourselves through the prism of others' achievements. And if we believe that someone has achieved more than us, we feel worse. But the problem is that we compare ourselves not with real people, but with their ideal versions. On social networks, people show only what they want you to see: their successes, victories, happy moments. But they do not show their failures, suffering, and difficulties. Real-life example. Imagine looking at a photo of your friend vacationing in the Maldives. All you see are beautiful beaches, delicious food, and a smile on his face. But you don't see that he worked non-stop for years to earn money for this trip. You don't see that he suffered from stress and fatigue. You only see the tip of the iceberg. How do comparisons affect our lives? They lower our self-esteem. When we compare ourselves to others, we start thinking that we are not good enough. They take away our joy. Instead of enjoying our achievements, we start thinking that someone else has achieved more. They prevent us from moving forward. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we lose motivation and self-belief. What can we do to stop comparing ourselves? Focus on yourself. Instead of looking at others, try to understand what brings you joy. Limit social media. If you notice that after viewing Instagram or Facebook feeds, you feel worse, limit the time you spend on social media. Practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every day. This will help you focus on the good. Friends, life is not a competition. It is a journey where everyone goes their own way. And the best thing you can do is enjoy your path. Because your life is your story, and only you can make it beautiful. Thank you for watching to the end. If this video inspired you or helped you understand something important, please like and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to me. And one more request. Write in the comments. How often do you compare yourself to others? What emotions does this cause you? Let's support each other, because together we can do more. If this video gets 5,000 likes, I will release a new video on the topic. How to become more resistant to stress. So share this video with your friends, and don't forget about yourself, because you are unique, and your life is something incredible. See you.